Hi, my name is Diane Al-Balawi and I'm a professional makeup artist and hairstylist, and I also do a little bit of photography. Oh, it's been a long time since I last filmed. It's been like 1.5 years. Oh my god, this was so long ago. And I feel a little bit uncomfortable and I really want to get into my filming again, like back again. So today we're going to a nice restaurant and I thought that this might be a very nice opportunity to film a video on how to make a very good looking pink makeup look. And I will give you some nice tips on how to blend pink eyeshadow and how to make your eyes look fresh. Although sometimes pink eyeshadow may make your eyes look a little bit like you have been crying and they look puffy, but I'm gonna give you some nice tips on how to avoid that. So let's start. I already have my moisturizer on my skin and I want to apply one of my most favorite primers of all time. This is Veil by Hourglass. It's a mineral primer. It's like a small travel format here. And it smooths the skin very nicely, and it also helps with the oils that come from the skin. So they don't say that on the packaging, but actually I've tested it several times, and with this primer your skin doesn't become as oily as fast as usual. So I really recommend it to you if you have an oily skin. I take a very small dot, half a pea size, maybe like a little bit more, and I apply it on my face just with my fingers. For my foundation, I will be mixing these two BB creams by Dr. Chart. I love them a lot and they have quite a nice SPF in them. So I'm mixing the silver one and the golden one. I really enjoy applying my foundation with a brush. This is a brush by a brand called A.Voevodina, number 021. This is her foundation brush. It works marvelously like a sponge and I really recommend you checking this brand because I'm going to talk about her brushes a lot. For my under eye concealer, I'll be using NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Honey. I really like how it covers up my dark circles, like these under eyes. To apply my concealer, I'll be using A.Voevodina brush number 017. For my eyeshadow primer, I'll be using Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, but I want my base to be pink in the first place, so I'll be adding this Krigina Concrete in the color Electric Pink. But you can add any pink or red lipstick just to achieve the same effect. To apply my base, I'll be using A.Voevodina brush, and the number is 020. So to always have the perfect blending, I use some satin powder on my brow bone, a little bit around. I usually use Hourglass, but now I'm quite a fan of this powder. This is Satiny Power by the brand called Macu Pro. So I mix these two colors. This is the color 8018 and 8112. 8112. The 8018 is quite a light one and this one is very golden, the 8112. So I mix them together and I get the perfect blending shade. My favorite brush to apply a satin powder is, you guessed it, a brush by A.Voevodina and the number is 06. My favorite trick to blend in pink eyeshadow is to use blush. This is Tom Ford blush in the color Flush. So I feel that my dress is a little bit more peachy than this color, so I thought that this will be a very nice transition shade. You can take any pink blush that you have, and this way you will be able to blend out your red eyeshadow, pink eyeshadow, and it will look very good. And I'll be using the same brush that I used before to apply this color, like a simple transition. I want to go with the perfect match to my dress, and the closest color I have is from this bright Viseart palette. I think this color will look just awesome. Great. I will be applying this eyeshadow with probably one of my most favorite brush from the A.Voevodina collection, number N07. It's a big flat brush, but it's a little bit fluffy, so you can both blend with it and apply eyeshadow with it. It's great. See, you don't have to blend it even after we have applied the blush. I feel that the color is a little bit cooler than I want it to be, so I will add a little bit of orange from the same palette. Perfection. If at this point you feel that your eyes started to look like you have been crying for quite some time, or you feel that they're like puffy, the reason that may be causing that effect is that your pink is not separated from your like white of the eyeball. Maybe you like have like a soft swipe of pink, and it's not like as vibrant as it is on me right now. If you make the separation between the eyeball and the eyelid very obvious by adding black eyeliner, especially if you do it like correctly in the roots of the lashes, so that you don't see this like line between the eyeball and the eye, then this effect will magically disappear. And I'll be using black gel eyeliner by Maybelline, like a regular one, and my favorite brush for doing like these roots of the lashes. And it's very hard for me to do my own roots of the lashes because my eyes become very watery. And I love this brush by A.Voevodina, number 128. It's 128 brush. It's amazing, top notch, the best. And for example, if you're using pink eyeshadow on your lower lid, you can apply any like something dark in the waterline, or even maybe burgundy. It also works with the red eyeshadow as well. So if with red eyeshadow you feel that your eyes look like you have been crying, this tip also works as well. So you have to add something on the waterline so there is like this separation. It can be a little bit darker, it can be even burgundy, it will look nice. I like my eyeliner to be a little bit more like liquidy, like thinner, and that's why I always add my most favorite product. This product changed my life. This is a beauty mixer by A.Voevodina brand. No, I'm not sponsored by A.Voevodina, although she gave me this thing as a gift. I really adore her brand and what she does and what makeup looks she creates. So I really think you should look into this product. So it's not like a Duraline because it's a different formula. It makes your like gel liners liquidy, but it doesn't change the texture of them. And then it does just evaporates, and I love it. Also, I use it as an eraser if I make any mistake with the eyeliner. You can already see the difference between these two eyes and how this like separation effect affects the way the eye looks. So as you can see, I messed this little part up. So I'm going to take a little bit of the beauty mixer on my Q-tip and just brush it off. It works like magic. It took off a little bit of the eyeshadow base, so I'm going to add it back up, then add a little bit of the eyeshadow, and maybe draw the liner one more time, and that will be it. That will be it. I'm going to take my NARS concealer once more and add a little bit more on my lower lid, and also clean up this edge out a little bit as well. For my lower lid, I'll be taking really basic light brown eyeshadow. I think that I will be mixing this color with this color from the VZ Neutral Matte palette. And I'll be using the brush by A.Voevodina number 120. It's actually a brush for like base, but it's really nice for under eyes as well due to its shape. It's a little bit pointy. To my inner corner, I want to add some gold eyeshadow today, so I'll be using this Pat McGrath palette, this gold shade. I really like it. This is Pat McGrath Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2, and I'll be applying this eyeshadow with the brush A.Voevodina number 0.2. I think I need something on my waterline. So I have this NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the color Pink Spirit, and I think it will look great. I've tested it a little bit on this eye. I'm using my Shu Uemura eyelash curler to curl my lashes. I'll be using my favorite mascara of all time. This is Sensai 38 Degrees mascara. I think it's the regular one. I love it a lot. I'll take Inglot All Covered Concealer in the color 105, and I'll use it to pinpoint some of the dots that I have on my face. This is like a little scratch I got at the dentist by mistake. For applying my concealer like very softly on these red dots, I use A.Voevodina brush 01. So I have this one, big one here. Not big, but still. Maybe I need to take a deeper color. I'll take 106. And I've switched to the brush 017. I also like it for polishing like areas to make the skin look super glamorous and smooth. For my contour, I'll be using Kiko Milano Sculpting Touch in color 201. I really like this shade. It's really nice. and the texture is good. I actually bought it for the second time. I apply it on my hand, and then I use A.Voevodina brush 031 to apply it on my skin. Now it's time for powder. My favorite under eye powder is by Laura Mercier's Secret Brightening Powder for Under Eyes. I use the color 1. For the application, I'll be using A.Voevodina brush number 029. And for the rest of my face, I'll be using the regular Laura Mercier powder in the color Translucent. I think I want to add a little bit of bronzer, so I'll be taking Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I really like the bronzer color from this palette. For the application, I'll be using A.Voevodina brush number 022. It's amazing. For my blush, I'll be using the same brush, and I think that I will use the same color I used for my transition in my crease, so it will be Tom Ford 03 Flush. I think that I'll use the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter from the same palette as the bronzer. And I will be using my powder brush for application number 029. Now, as I have applied all my powder products, I'm ready to do my brows. One of my most favorite products for the brows lately have been this gorgeous couture brow by Yves Saint Laurent in the color 01. It's amazing. If you are blonde, 02 is great color. If you have this soft gray brown color, also 02, amazing. Love it so much. To add a little bit more definition to my brows, I'll be using marker for brows from NYX. This is in color ash brown, and these markers, they call it brow tint pens, are amazing. I think that's it for the brows. And now I have to do my lips. The most fun part, as usual. As I'm going to the restaurant, I want to make my lips smudge proof. Definitely smudge proof. So I'm going to mix this Dia Dahlia tints. I have two colors and I'm going to mix them. So the colors I'm mixing are Bordeaux and Butterscotch. Love them. They're amazing. And for my lip application, I'll use the brush that I've used before, 120 by A.Voevodina. Nice form. It will do the work. It will do the job. So I've mixed these colors together. They look like that. This lipstick also, this lip tint also has this like very foresty smell, like it's Christmas, like a fir tree. I just love this smell. So it's like this supernatural lip that if it like runs away, I won't notice. So this is the thing I want for the restaurant. So that was it for today. I hope this video was helpful and you found some like nice tips. And I just want to say that I've been working with A.Voevodina brushes, like using them in my work for over 1 year. And I really fell in love with them, and they will appear many more times in my future videos. So, okay, bye!